Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about the winds beginning the wind page, but more importantly, I'm dying. Okay? It is too damn hot in this planet at this point. Like where I live, too damn hot. I'm dying. I don't do heat. I've said this before and I hope you realize this is going to be a mantra for the next several months. I'm sweaty. I don't want to hear that my face is red. I don't want to hear that I look sweaty. I don't want to hear it. I know. I'm aware. I'm dying. Anyway, we have a new boy group to talk about. We're going to talk about the wind today. So, just to go over how this is going to work, I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give the album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number one, I've heard this album a handful of times. I think I've heard it like 3 or 4 times. However, my opinions on all of these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. All right, let's get started. And right off the bat, we have my favorite song, which is Serious. And to be fair, this song actually did also come out in advance. This was another pre-release that I was unaware of. However, in my defense this time, because I know for once I had no excuse, this time no one was talking about it. They were a brand new boy group. Like, no one was discussing it. I feel justified in my ignorance. However, the lack of discussion makes me sad because I really enjoyed this song. It starts with this spoken intro that I don't love. That's my one thing about the song that I don't like. I don't usually like a spoken intro when it's part of the song. As its own entity, I think it's fine. But when the song itself starts with a spoken intro, I'm not usually the biggest fan. I give it a pass here just because, like, the first song on your debut album, like, fine. Also, it's worth sitting through the spoken intro because the song is really good. The verses are great. The second one in particular, absolute slay behavior. On top of that, the background music is great. The bridge is pretty. And the pre-chorus gets me really hyped for the chorus. And speaking of the chorus, I love this chorus. I love it so much. It's honestly kind of the perfect chorus for me. Like, the background music is amazing. The vocals are really pretty. It's a jamming moment. Like, I jam my heart out to this chorus. It's just, I love every second of it. Like, this chorus is unironically one of my favorite things of 2023, at least in terms of music. It just makes me so happy for reasons that I can't explain, but it just fills me with this level of joy, and I love it so much, and I will not tolerate slander of her. My laptop just gave me a heat alert, as if I'm not aware that it's swelteringly hot. Anyway, we're on to the main title now, which is Island, and this is another great song. I really enjoyed it. It's a solid one, especially for a debut. I always feel like you need to really put your best foot forward with your debut, and this is a good one. Also, maybe it's just me, maybe it's the fact that my brain is shutting down because it's so hot, but this song, at least to me, gives me really old SM. I have 2 groups in particular that I could see doing this. Either A, SHINee in like 2009, before 2009 Year of Us, like on Juliet, maybe in 2008, or alternatively, Red Velvet 2014, early 2015. I feel like either one of them really could have done this song, or I'm hallucinating from heat. Aside from my weird SM nostalgia though, I did fully enjoy this song. The pre-chorus is excellent. I really like the verses, and the background music hits so perfectly. However, once again, if you ask me, the shining moment of the song is definitely the chorus. This chorus is so cute and fun and bright and poppy, and it just makes me so happy, which seems to be a trend for the wind, but I'm also not going to complain about it. Big picture though, like, as far as debuting goes, I'm kind of mad Serious isn't the main title, not just because I like it more, I also just think it's a stronger song as far as songs go. Again, I think you need to put your best foot forward with your debut, and while they did make a good song, I do enjoy their debut a lot, it's not the strongest song on the album, which means it's kind of overshadowed, especially when it's a pre-release that's stronger. It's just not ideal. Anyway, next up is Do It, and I'm gonna concede, I will say right off the bat, this is a basic pop song. Like, this is a much more basic song. However, I'm a pop girly. I don't mind basic pop if the song is good. And this song is good. The chorus is really nice, the verses are great, and the background music is honestly giving. Like, this is one of those songs, at least to me, where I'm not gonna actively listen to it to jam along. It's not that type of vibe. However, I am going to put it on as background noise when I'm cooking or answering emails. Like, I was listening to this album at work today. This song while answering emails, it's a bit of a moment. Okay, last but not least is With Us, which is the most vocally based song. I would say this is the closest thing we have to a full-fledged ballad. I'm not going to call it a full-fledged ballad, but it's definitely the closest. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. They sound very young. Before you start typing, yes, I know they're all like 18 and under. You don't have to tell me, I am aware. But the thing is with this song, this is going to sound strange, but hear me out. There's a certain voice that like a 16-year-old trying to sing has. And given the fact that a large chunk of this group is in like the 14 to 16-year-old range and they sound like it, it's a very easy thing to notice that they sound like they should be in high school. That said, this song is still really nice to listen to. I think the chorus is the best part again. When they all sing together, it drowns out the fact that they all sound like children, so I can enjoy it more. But I enjoyed it regardless. Like, the verses are soothing. It's just an enjoyable listening experience. I don't know what else to tell you. Overall, I'm gonna give this album a 9.3 out of 10. As far as debuts go, this is very good. It's no New World by 9i. Like, this is not earth-shattering. I plan on listening to this album exclusively for a month levels good, but I did still really like it. Like, especially when you take into account the fact that they're literally all children. They did a phenomenal job, and I would say I'd be standing. However, this is gonna sound mean, but again, hear me out. I'm 24 years old. While I'm not judging anyone else's choices, as a 24-year-old, for me personally, just given my life experience, it feels really weird to be standing a group of teenagers, like current teenagers. Like, I am a full, nearly decade older than the youngest member, and even for the oldest member, I think I'm 5 or 6 years older than him. So, like, again, just for me with my life experience, standing people that young makes me uncomfortable. It's why I didn't stand Dream when they debuted, and they're not that much younger than me. Like, it makes me uncomfortable when they're actively fully children, and this group is actively fully children. Back to the actual album, though, it's good. I liked it. They didn't try and do the standard boy group pop sound, which I appreciate, because I hate the standard boy group K-pop sound. It's too loud and it doesn't sound good, so it gets extra credit for that, but just, it's a great album, 9.3 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter, @_albumreviews. I'll link that in the description. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!